Today we're going to talk a little bit about Penstemon. And when you reach the midsummer and early fall in Nebraska, there's not too many native Penstemon species that are flowering, but we do have a number of introduced ones from other states, other regions that really flower later here in Nebraska. What's in front of me now is a Penstemon called Penstemon cuntii, and that actually comes from Mexico. And we like this particular Penstemon because it flowers the first year from seed and it flowers most of the summer. However, it's not hardy, and we cannot rely upon it to overwinter every winter. But anyway, with Penstemon, there's such a great amount of variation, and we don't always realize that. For example, most of us may be familiar with the variety called Husker Red. And Husker Red has this nice red foliage on it. This time of year it has the red pods. But we have a number of other plants too that are very interesting as well. For example, we have a real tall one here. This is called Penstemon barbatus. And this can actually get to be up close to 6 feet tall, and it's just flowering this time of year. And then we have some other plants which are almost ground cover like plants that only get to be a few inches tall. For example, here's the small yellow one, and if you look at these two comparison, you can see the large amount of genetic variation. Anyway, this one is called Penstemon pinifolius, the pine leaf Penstemon. It does very well here, although it's not native to Nebraska, and it's just finishing flowering right now, but has very small needles on it, needle-like leaves on it, and compared to the big leaves here. Then we have another number of other ones too that are flowering now, which we like real well. Again, a lot of the germplasm for these have actually come from Mexico or areas that are have much more mild climates than what we have. We're working on a number of varieties that we're trying to release or will be releasing in the future, and including a number of these plants as well. Well, as our plots here, you might be able to see, it's very dry here. Penstemon do tolerate a lot of dry conditions. It's important though that when you're planting Penstemon, as well as most of our other dryland tolerant plants, that they have moisture during the establishment phase on there. If we look at these plants here, they can either be started from cuttings or they can be started from seed as well. So again, there's a choice of way you can do things. If you're starting plants from seed, usually they do need a special treatment to break the dormancy on there, and we try to break the dormancy here with a cold stratification period. I think the important thing to remember on Penstemon, as well as a lot of our other plants, is that there's so much genetic variation in here. You may see one Penstemon or one clematis or one rose, but they certainly do not all look like that. But for the home landscape, there's a wide variety of plants to choose from.